Got right there, 54 miles. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Now Wilson on first down. And this throw will be intercepted.
That's how you going to start it?
Safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possible.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I didn't even get a chance to set my defense up. I just went with a regular cover 2 just now.
Out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions.
Twinkle toe.
It's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
That's going to be the only thing that saves you.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From just shy of midfield, Wilson, pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On 3rd down, Wilson steps away. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
And try to atone for it here on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
21. Mike 54. Mike 50.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180. Check. Watch 54.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And
he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. To try again after the sack. Wilson, that's complete to DK Metcalf. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and into the end zone. A pick-6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
Nice.
Back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if you're starting through 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A gain there of 21 yards. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On first down, Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Wilson will throw again. And he's got Lockett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Wilson, nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Mike 50. Mike 50.
Hey, Charlie.
Get in the weight room. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
11. Protein spill.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
I smell that.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we...
And got his man complete. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 41 yards. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards there and a Niner first. On first down, Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Gets around him. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on second down. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe when you look at... And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there that time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
Here we go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They'll run it with Coleman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And the Seahawks first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Room here to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to the air. Wilson after the pick six. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, gun. Pilot, 64, weak.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to hold it in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Garoppolo now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
You said what?
The kickoff unit is out of the field, and they will
play with
send
whoever.
This one away. This will be fielded on
Nigga, you want to pick my team? You can pick my team.
The decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Go ahead and pick my team next time.
Line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason.
See, you letting that pride get ahead of you. You win, you win. It don't make a difference how you win. If I'm telling you pick my team.
A little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An incomplete pass on
I said it don't make a difference. If you win, you win. It don't make a difference how you win.
Throwing again, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot right and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep.
Who you want me to play with next?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add
Who you want me to play with, huh?
That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Son, just tell me who you want me to play with.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Like I said, tell me who you want me to play with, Lo.
But he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way.
The Dolphins, I got you.
Recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track.
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
I got you. I'll play with the Dolphins next.
Offensive coordinator. Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun.
All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Carson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On 3rd down, Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now Wilson on first down.
Wrong person. You had a touchdown. You threw it to the wrong person just now.
Picked off by Quan Alexander, and he returns it up.
You had a touchdown. You threw it to the wrong one. He was wide open.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,
Here we go.
just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, Yetidee! Black!
I got you. Hey, switch gears.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
11.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike 50.
Garoppolo on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there
playing
fresh
Angelo
playing,
again,
a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it.
He said he want me to play with the Dolphins. He don't believe. He said if I could do it with the Dolphins, then it's real. But he feel like it's the Niners. It's not me. So you're right, PH. I'm gonna give him a little fist magic.
Win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Seki, yep. John Jenkins, I don't know who the fuck John Jenkins is. We're gonna get that nigga the fuck up out of here. Christian Wilkins, no, you belong right there, sir. Get that there. Get that there. Oh no. Taco Charlton, he is not no fucking outside linebacker. Jesus Christ. Raekwon, Jerome. Let's get Jerome up there. Vince Beige. Xavion. Let's get Tank. Oh, okay. Even better. Move Keep. Shot Jones. Let's get a Keep up here. Trav. No, no, no. Get Kalen there. Samaje. Yep, Albert is fine there. Get this nigga the fuck up out of here. What the fuck? Man, their entire shit is fucked up. Get Eric up here. Keep. Nope, we're gonna have Adrian there. Shot Jones. Let's get a keep in there. Fitz magic time. Alright, so you ready? Just chalk it up as me being wild, sir, because it's not going to be a different outcome. I might not keep you off the board, but you're going to lose. Okay. You want to double it up with this game? We just play back for all the money you gave me yesterday. I give you all the 40 back, or you owe me another 40. Okay, just checking. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, it's about to be Fitz magic time out here. They're overall 68, so this is about to be interesting.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami.
Oh, what happened? What's up? They was trying to get you to second guess what you about to do. They was like, please don't do it. What happened?
EA Sports coverage.
Oh, yeah, he was definitely watching.
South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up
on the stream. I got a stream up.
Ravens.
Yeah, I'm streaming it. That's why. Yeah, he watching it right now. Only issue is he can't hear your voice.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Buying time to his, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
At least it didn't end in a turnover.
Here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep is Trevor Davis. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Check 20.
Check 48.
Hey, 5-0.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers.
It is.
In this case, it was a modest gain.
The play's not, though.
Open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Ballage. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
PPP.
You don't own it. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Get in the way.
We're going to go 5-0 here. Hey, zoom.
Here's Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air. And the spot will be inside the 35.
Finally seen a punt.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
Come on, get your feet down.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and that'll bring up second down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Watch Yetidee! System, man. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Balaj. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Fitzpatrick to throw for it on fourth down. And it's caught by Parker. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. No score after one on EA Sports.
34. 36. What? QB drop. Come. Check.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and now it's second down. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he's got Snead. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. On first down, it's Ingram. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They toss to Ingram. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Jackson.
Come on.
Knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Watch the twins. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Fitzpatrick on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Fitzpatrick. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5.
Do you believe in magic?
A gain of 32 that time. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of that. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Ballage with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the
1 yard, 2
yards? What do we have on
yards.
this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter.
Thank you.
Points on the, looking for Snead, and it's intercepted.
Get out, nigga.
Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. From the 16, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Too late now. Don't stop now.
Should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out. And
there you go, doing that bullshit.
Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown.
Thank you.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front.
That was a much better half than before for you.
As the second half gets started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 25 yards that time.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
34.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mike, 36.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vince Beagle. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Didn't get that second foot down.
Comes, it's really
a good try, though.
Discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Don't you hate when that happens?
McMillan. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
I know, it's crazy.
48.
It's crazy how that shit turned out.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And incomplete.
Hold on to the ball.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
Nope, not going to get me there.
Left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. Kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Balaj. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
The tackle made by Michael Pierce.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal.
Get off of me.
And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score.
Bring your hips.
Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taco Charlton. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson escaping the pressure right.
Ah, you lucky motherfucker.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
I tried to take his fucking head off. You lucky.
Lamar Jackson, 88 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there.
Hey, at least you scored.
Incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes
we should quit now since you scored. Like, you won now.
Wide open space.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee.
I gave up a touchdown. That's some bullshit.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on.
Man, you got 2 firsts here. You got me to punt, and you got a touchdown in Matt alone.
Be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Come on, get out the way.
Find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, color. Hey, shift.
They can't hang with us.
Hey, wahoo!
Operating from the gun. Fitzpatrick. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. It's complete to Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Fitzpatrick's throw complete to Grant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team, because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Now a handoff here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Fielded about a yard deep, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vince Beagle able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson to throw.
Thank you.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Eric Rowe. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take in the next one? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, and the pressure gets to him again. Vince Beagle able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they'll try to save the timeouts to use on defense if need be as he runs up and spikes it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly.
Thank you.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Just tell me I'm the man. Let's go ahead and say, Chris, you the man.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick.
Just go ahead and say, Chris, you the man.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pick.
Just go ahead and say it. Chris, you the man.
Fitzpatrick here to throw.
Ooh, that was a touchdown.
He's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays,
just Chris, you the man.
About a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into
Chris, you the man.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.